What would Dormammu look like in Marvel Rivals? So I devised this concept for Doctor Strange's nemesis of him arrival. So first up is the Faultine Flame. So shoots fireballs. That's his primary fire. Then he's got Faultine Frenzy, where he shoots a beam as his secondary fire. Then his first abilities. He's got Mindless One, so he can summon a Mindless One, 300 health, and it can be sent to either attack a specific enemy or bodyguard an ally. No abilities, just big, dumb lunks and punching stuff. Then next up, he's got Grasp of Darkness. So he summons a little tentacle out the ground that snatches you up and slams you across the ground and throws them back. Then next up, he's got Zealot, where he bestows his power to one of your teammates, and it coats them in flames, giving them increased damage. And then it kind of applies thorns, so enemy tries to hit the melee, they get hurt because if you're on fire, it's gonna hurt them. And lastly, he's got Dark Absorption, where he summons a chunk of the dark dimension on the ground, and this converts damage done to enemies in the field into overhealth for him, as well as increasing his damage. And noticeable because this makes his character model start growing. He starts, defeating energy, starts making him bigger. Then he's got his passive of Banishment, which the lower health he has, the more damage he does. Then he's got a team up with Strange, where wherever Strange does Maelstrom of Madness, it does increased damage, and then Dorm gets over health when Strange does that. Then his ultimate is the Dark Dimension. So he summons a Dark Dimension in a targeted field, like a little AoE area, and he turns giant and lifts it in the palm of his hand and squeezes it in his palm to any enemies that were caught in that little field. And then anyone that didn't die gets sent flying like comets. So kind of like that one move from Marvel vs. Capcom he had when he got giant and did the little squeeze. Got inspiration from that.